So in this video, let's take a quick look at Javonte Williams, the running back out of North Carolina. Before we begin, if you can do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. So to start with Javonte, what makes him good is his ability to break tackles. He's incredible at this trait. He's the best in this class in this ability. If you look at broken tackles per attempt, he ranks at the very top. As you can see on this chart, his rate of broken tackles is so far above every single other running back, I'd be shocked if he couldn't bring the star ability to the next level. How he uncorks his hips to deliver a blow, or how he can just horizontally dead-leg a cut to get a linebacker to stop in their tracks and dive at his hips or ankles is really impressive. From an offensive standpoint, the Tar Heels are a heavy run-pass option team. They line up out of shotgun and run a ton of zone read option and power read option plays. Javonte excels in this scheme. With his ability to press the line of scrimmage before shifting gears, he uses that in order to break outside. The one major thing that seems like a lot of people believe about Javonte is they claim he's a great fit for a one-cut zone scheme. I completely disagree with this sentiment. What I found was that his pure zone stretch runs, he often pushed them too far, and he generally made more mistakes on these carries. If you're looking for a pure zone running back, I wouldn't draft Javonte Williams. Now with that being said though, he's a much better fit for a power and gap scheme. This is why anybody who's mocking Javonte to a team like the 49ers or the Rams, I just don't really see it. I certainly think he's a talented player and he can run those plays alright, but in an ideal world, he'll end up on a team that is more of a man blocking scheme instead. Now, when you watch Javonte Williams, I mentioned his tackle breaking ability first. That's a key part of his identity. He has a nice, powerful body to absorb contact, and he does a great job of setting up that blow before he takes it. What I also like is that he has a nice level of shiftiness in terms of setting up his blocks. He'll fully press to one side of an offensive lineman, and he'll use that to create a running lane to the other side. Outside of this, the other thing that stood out to me was how much he trusted his scheme and his blocking. Like Javonte Williams will follow his lineman off a cliff if that's where they led him. To me, if I was an offensive coordinator, I would definitely see this as a plus. It clearly means he's bought into his scheme and he'll do exactly what he's told. Plus, he has enough creativity to get more out of a standard block play than most of the other running backs. Now, in terms of negatives, the main one that comes to mind is that Javonte doesn't have breakaway speed. You'll often see cornerbacks and safeties catch up to him in the open field. At his pro day, he ran a 4.58 40-yard dash. Mind you, this is unofficial, but pro day stats are typically even worse than what you'd see at the combine. This is obviously a concern. While this may be the case, I think Javonte does have some underrated quickness. This can be seen when he's running through the line of scrimmage and shifting from first to second gear. Honestly, outside of not having this long speed or really only being just average as a zone running back, there aren't a ton of negatives about him. Williams wasn't used that frequently as a pass catcher. He averaged just 2 or so catches per game. Some were on screens while others were on throws to the flat. I was also moderately impressed by his ability to run angle and option routes out of the backfield. He has a nice subtle head fake to get a linebacker to bite in the opposite direction. I think he'll need some work in terms of perfecting his route running ability. This will help him to consistently break at the right angle in order to win underneath. On top of that, I think he does have a bit of a drop problem too. He dropped 3 of his 28 catchable targets last season. While this may not seem like a lot, that's over 10%, which is on the high side. But again, I do completely admit that this is a very low sample size, so that does need to be said. Generally speaking though, I think it's pretty clear that he has potential to be a 3-down back. His pass blocking ability is actually pretty good. He'll need to improve it using his hands a bit better, and he does get a bit too high, but UNC trusted him as the main pass blocking running back for their offense. This is definitely good to see. To wrap up this video and for his pro comparison, I honestly had a really hard time placing him. For this video, I'm going to cheat and pick 2 players. First is Mark Ingram. Both are about the same size and both run with a good bit of power behind their pads. Neither has breakaway speed, but they can thrive consistently setting up the correct block by pressing and accelerating at the right point. The other player I also think he compares to is Kareem Hunt. Hunt is a good overall running back with plus ability in the pass game. I don't think Javonte was given enough opportunities in this regard at UNC, but I think he can do more of that at the next level. I think an offensive coordinator is going to really like his dual usage, especially if he can stay on the field to protect his quarterback. Overall, I think Javonte offers a lot to his future team. For that reason, I'm giving him a mid-second round grade. He's a day 1 starter as a change of pace bulldozing back, and if he's put in the right gap and power scheme, I think he can be very productive in the NFL. Well, that's it for this one. I really hope you enjoyed it. As the NFL draft is just days away, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in for these videos. As always, if you like this video, make sure you comment and click the like button below, and also you can find me on Twitter at Samuel R. Gold.